Dude, you're the last one. Here, just go home.
Fuck you.
What do you want me to do? Talk about Kingdom Hearts 2?
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 2, the sequel to Kingdom Hearts. Well, somewhat. As if you are a Kingdom Hearts fan, you would know of the KH games that came out before Kingdom Hearts 2 and are integral to understanding Kingdom Hearts 2, as you would have no idea what's going on at the start of Kingdom Hearts 2 if you had not played these games. So I recommend, if you haven't played these games before I start this review, go watch a summary video or play them yourself. Let us begin Kingdom Hearts 2. Kingdom Hearts 2 stories begins with Roxas. Wait, who's Roxas? This is why I told you to go watch the other Kingdom Hearts game. This is Sora's nobody. In Twilight Town, weird things begin to happen to Roxas as weird edgelords and white cum stains are appearing all around, which only he can see. He wants to just go about the rest of his summer vacation with his friends, which he only has 7 days left. Ah, I see what you did there, Nomura. Weirder and weirder things begin to happen. Roxas hears a voice calling to him, and things begin to freeze out of nowhere. And you, as the player, get to see learn more and more that this may all just be a simulation, created by Diz and Ansem. And now for y'all saying, Ansem, he's the main villain of KH1. And see, there you go. Not listening to me. If you just watch the summary of Chain of Memories in 356-2 days, you would understand. But the simulation is made to restore Sora's memories and complete Sora, as Roxas is Sora's nobody and the other half of him. Things get weirder and weirder, and eventually the voice, or Diz, tells Roxas to go to a mansion. Roxas goes, the white cum stains are all there, and then eventually Diz captures Roxas, puts him in a sleeping pod, and makes Sora complete. And with Sora being complete, Sora, Donald, and Goofy all wake up. I don't know why they couldn't have waken up Donald and Goofy before, but you know, plot. And with no memories of the last 2 games, they are still on the same mission to find Riku and King Mickey. They hear that Mickey's in Twilight Town, the town that they're in, so they go and find King Mickey, but as soon as they find him, King Mickey tells them to leave and go on a train and leave as soon as possible. Probably because they weren't strong enough to fight the nobodies yet. Going to finding Master Yen Sid, and this truly begins Kingdom Hearts 2. They did take their sweet ass time explaining all this. I know it's for fans who didn't play the last 2 games, but they would have no idea what's going on if they did it. And it was to get people situated with the playstyle. But it took 3 hours just to get through this. Also, because I don't want an hour-long video, this is all the story we're going to get into. Most of the confusing shit, I'll leave for yourself.
Whoa! The fuck? The fuck? The fuck is in the air. The fuck? There's white shit everywhere.
But TLDR, this organization wants to awaken Kingdom Hearts so they can get hearts and be whole again. But it's not all what it seems, as some of them have evil intentions, so Sora and the gang need to stop them. And then there's also Maleficent, who also wants Kingdom Hearts. And now it's just getting confusing, so I'm gonna stop. Now that we've gotten through story, what about the game itself? Oh my god, this is so much of a step up from KH1. Holy shit, this fixed almost every single problem I had with KH1, and there was a lot. The only issue I see in KH2 is some of the voice acting is pretty weird for some characters, but that's just nitpicky.
You are. Once you find your light, I'm sure it will lead you back here.
Ugh. Ugh, what is that? That's disgusting. Other than that, I have nothing to complain about while playing this game. Let's start with the gameplay and combat.
Ha! It's over!
Let's start with reaction command, one of my favorite additions. It makes the game so much smoother. During fighting enemies or bosses, if you do a certain thing that's specific to this boss or enemy, a reaction command will pop up. Press that shit like your life depends on it, because you will get a cutscene that plays that does an insane amount of damage, and it makes the game so much smoother and the combat so much better. The next big change is Drive Form.
It's about drive, it's about power. We stay hungry, we devour. Put in the work, put in the hours, and take what's ours.
Transformations that give you insane powers that make the game feel so much familiar. Valor Form, which is basically just a preview of how you'll play during the end game, but with 2 Keyblades. Ooh, you got my interest now. Wisdom Form, gun. It's just gun. Limit Form, which takes you back to being Sora from KH1 with all the old ability. He even wears the old costume. That makes it so much better. Master Form, which is basically just better Valor Form. And Darkness Form. I'm not really sure how this one appears. Normally when I pick another one, I just get it. It's pretty cool seeing Sora look like a Heartless, but it loses this novelty when you're fighting a boss and you really want like Limit Form or Master Form so you can actually like block and shit, and you get Darkness Form and lose. It's cool the first time, but just give me Valor Form. Leveling up your form is also how you unlock certain abilities with Sora. God damn it, this shit again?
No, I'm done. No.
Yes, some of your basic movement and action commands are unlocked through upgrading the limit game. But it's not that bad, just kill some Heartless and hip hop you can dodge roll now. The next big change is how magic works. Before, magic was just you have the certain bars, each bar is its own separate MP. Now you just have one set of MP gauge. So let's say I want to use a move that takes 85 MP. I have 100. Then I just lose 85 MP out of that 100. And the biggest change, your MP actually recovers. In KH1, if you lost all your MP, you would either have to use an elixir or hope your teammates gave you some. But now, once you lose all your MP, it slowly comes back. So if you're fighting a boss you need MP to fight, you don't just fucking die once you run out of MP. Now actually hitting your opponents. Oh my gosh, it's so much better. Instead of just hitting people 3 times and having to run away, come back, hit them 3 times, you can actually create combos and move forms with the amount of abilities that they've added. You can fly to the sky, slip, slash, and destroy enemies. The amount of moves that they've added is insane. The list is almost tripled. I don't even know what half of these moves do. They just give me a new move and I'm like, alright, equip. And don't worry, there's enough AP literally everywhere. They have AP up scattered all over the world. Donald and Goofy also return with abundance of new abilities as well. I heard people complain about Donald never healing, but I always forgot to equip him with other abilities, so all he could do was just heal me. Parrying and blocking actually works. If someone has a multi-hit move, you'll block and parry all of those moves, not like in KH1 where you would just get destroyed. And one last thing similar to Darkness Form that happens every once in a while in a boss is you get a text adaptation when you die, and once you press it, Mickey Mouse just appears, and what you can do is control him and beat the shit out of the boss. Enough about combat, you're here for the bullshit that is Kingdom Hearts.
Gentlemen.
This does stem with my actual biggest problem. I know I said that the voice acting, no. There is just so much plot that this game wants you to think about. Sora and Roxas bullshit, finding Riku and Mickey, Organization 13, Maleficent, Kairi got captured again, Axel, what is Kingdom Hearts, waking in slumber,
Darkness, darkness, darkest darkness, light.
Light, darkness.
Light, dark.
It's so much that half the time I don't even know what's going on.
See, this is why people call your games confusing.
Hey, but you're forgetting about the mobile games.
Shut up.
The main attraction of Kingdom Hearts, the worlds. They're all really good. They're actual cities, towns with explorative areas and depth. Twilight Town, the word you start off with. Think of it as better Traverse Town. Hollow Bastion, you actually get to go into the house area and not in the castle, and you get to go into Ansem's lab. Ooh, so this is where the edgy stuff happens. Land of Dragons is kind of small, but it's one of the first worlds, so not that big of a deal. Beast's Castle is a nice novelty to see Beast after KH1 and Kingdom Hearts and him being depressed and shit. You also have the exploratory area in Olympus now, in the underworld, and a new tournament which is amazing. Pirates is one of my favorite worlds, probably just due to Jack Sparrow.
Savvy?
Disney Castle is cool, but then you get to go to the timeless river with old cartoon Mickey and everyone's drawn old school. Donald, you actually look like a duck. Agrabah is actually fleshed out and not just 3 rooms in a dungeon. Halloweentown is basically the same, but this time it has Christmas Town, making it way better. Pride Land, Sora's just a furry, and Atlantica's optional, but it's just mini games. I forget what this one is called, but the Tron World was pretty cool. I have no connection to it, so I was just like, yeah, computers. Disney helpers are back as well. They basically are the same, but now with just more abilities as one in KH1. They also have a limit actions where you can do an action with your partner to basically do an insane magic spell. I love being a mass murderer while dancing. And crazily enough, there's actually enemy variety. This is something I complained so much about in KH1, where it's just the same 3 enemies over and over and over. No, every world actually has different enemies. Kingdom Hearts 2 bosses were incredible. The majority of them, yeah, I will say, were iffy. Some of the Heartless bosses, man, but the Organization 13 bosses, that's supreme stuff right there. Every boss had their own gimmick and their own unique way of figuring out how to beat them before you could just, wail on them and absolutely destroy them. Another huge upgrade from KH1. The rest get into major spoilers and plot and, short video. Oh shit, we're 11 minutes in. I said short video. Kingdom Hearts 2 is an extreme improvement from KH1. Everything feels more polished, there's so much more to do, and there's no unnecessary bullshit. I can finally understand the Chad aura that Sora radiates. Kingdom Hearts 2 is a really good game, and I recommend going through the bullshit of Chain of Memories, Kingdom Hearts 1, and 365 Days just to understand and play this game. Kingdom Hearts 2. I give this a 9 out of 10. Alright, happy holidays everybody, and thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. I know there's probably like 2 of you actually doing that, but if you did, still, thank you. I will be continuing the KH reviews with Birth by Sleep. I haven't even started that game, so I probably need to get on that. But other than that, thanks for watching, and until next time.